Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about basics of CNC machine. So first of all, we'll let you know what is meant by CNC. CNC is not a name of a machine. It is a technology. CNC is a technology which is embedded with different industrial machines for the purpose of automation. So come on, let's go on. So these are all the clippings which we are going to see in this video. Some history, introduction, and how it look like, and elements of the CNC, and block diagram, types, advantages and disadvantages of using the CNC machine. History is the first numerical control machines were built in 1940 and 1950 by Professor John T. Parson. So numerical control machine was evolved before the evolution of computer. Once the computer as evolution has come around 1980, the computerized numerical control machine has come into existence. So nowadays we have a different modern CNC machine based on the various functions as well as according to our requirement and application. Okay, so like latest CNC machines, special purpose machines are coming around. Let us see the introduction of the CNC. CNC is computer numerical control. It's nothing but a control system which is used to control the machine tool handling and working of the machine using some numerical code programming. So it is a control system which is going to automate the machine, or it is going to control the tool handling and working of the machine using code programming. Okay, so this is the definition of CNC. Now you see there are two types of CNC machine picture I have given you. One is a simple CNC machine, the other one is the SPM machine which is having a lot of facilities, automated facilities are there. Here in the right side you can see a simple CNC machine, that is a milling machine is there which is having a display control and which is having the operating panel and programming panel, but slide movements are there and we have a spindle motor, but we don't have any additional add-on facilities like automatic tool changer is not there, or control coolant control is not there, chip conveyor systems are not there. But in this machine we have all the automated systems because it's a high-end machine, and some more machines may also have some pallet system also. Pallet system is nothing but a conveyor system where the heavy component can be placed and it can be sent to the machine. So automatically the conveyor takes the component inside the machine. Once the machining happens or completes, then the pallet moves out so that we can handle the system of heavy component. And this is how a CNC construction looks like. So you can see this is a small we have a chuck machine here. You can see here the turret. Turret is nothing but the tool changing device. Okay, all the tools will be slotted on the turret, and so that the whenever whatever the tools we require, the machine automatically selects the tool from the program. And we have the main spindle here. So this is called as the headstock and this is called as the tailstock, already which you know from the lathe machines. So the headstock consists of main spindle, and we have a main drive here, servo motor, and we have a hydraulic system for the chuck operation, and we have a 3-jar chuck here for holding the component, and we have the bed, carriage, frame, and we have the controller here. So the CNC controller is going to process the data input and going to give the output to the motor controls, and we have a monitor to monitor the program status. Then we have a cabinet. The cabinet is nothing but the guards, which is a door, safety doors inbuilt with the CNC machine for the safety purpose. And we have the electrical cabinet. And next we will see about the elements of CNC machine. So what are the CNC sections, that is stages in the CNC machine from the input to the display unit or to the output device. So we have these many parts like input device are there. The second one is a machine control unit and machine tool, driving system, feedback devices and display unit. Friends, we know already, see in general computer itself we have three devices, right? We have input and processor and output. Similarly, in this computerized CNC machine also we have the input device. The input device is used to enter or edit the program. Okay, and we have a machine control unit. The machine control unit is nothing but called as the processor unit, which is going to process your data. Data is nothing but your program. Okay, so the next one is your machine tool system or your access system will come. Then driving systems are there. Then we have a feedback devices and we have the display unit. So let us see a brief block diagram of a CNC machine, how it works. So this one is the simple block diagram of a CNC machine. Maybe it may be a lathe machine or milling machine or grinding machine or even the SPM machine, but this is the general block diagram in which the CNC working executes. The first one is the input device where we are going to input our data. So what is meant by data? It's a program, it's a numerical code programming which is called as a blocks. So that program will be fed into the input device and it is after the input device it will be going to the machine control unit. So in machine control unit we have two space. One is called the data processing unit. The data processing unit is meant for processing your program. So it processes the input and it gives the output to the concerned output device. And the next one is the control loop unit, and this control loop unit is going to control the feedback system of the CNC machine. Okay, so let us see now. And one more connection, you can see here, one more connection is going as a miscellaneous function directly to the machine tool, that is working table. So what is this miscellaneous functions are? There will be many more functions like spindle motor on, motor off, coolant motors, okay, lubrication motor on, lubrication motor off. Then we may have extra light fittings. Then we may have a chuck pedal switch operations are there, okay, and we may have limit switches for the doors. So all this other sequential function is going to happen in the CNC with the help of the other device called PLC, programmable logic control. Okay, so we are not going to see much of this about the PLC in this video. We are going to see only concentrate on the driving system. So from the machine control unit, the programmed, that the data processed is going to the driving system. It is going to go for the axis driving system or spindle driving system. So axis, generally we have two axis, 3 axis and 5 axis machines are there. So it will be having the drivers, electrical drivers will be there, which controls the servo motors of the CNC machine. We have 3 motors, like we may have servo motors for axis and we may also have servo motors for the spindle. Generally we call it as axis motors and spindle motors. So the drivers will, what will happen in the driving system, it processes the output and it gives to the motor. It allows the motor to run in a particular condition. Okay, so that is the working functionality of the drive. So after that the motor slides away the unit, so the carriage will be moving, the tool movement of the carriage is happening, or the spindle may run. So this is the functionality of a, like a block diagram of a function of the CNC. In this side we can see a feedback devices systems are there. So what is this feedback device? Why it is needed? See, for example, if you give a spindle RPM, say 500 RPM you are giving for a machining, okay. So, but I will not know whether my spindle is exactly running 500 rpm or it is running in a 400 or it is overshooting. We may not know that, okay, unless otherwise we take a tachometer and measure it. So, that is what we have a inbuilt feedback device in the CNC for position checking as well as the speed checking. So, then generally there are two control systems. One is position feedback control system, the other one is velocity feedback control system. What is meant by position feedback system? This feedback is used to sense the axis position. We may have x axis, y axis, z axis, right? So, whenever the axis movement is there, it will detect the position of the axis. And the next one is the velocity feedback system. The velocity means speed. So, it will control the spindle speed of the motor, spindle motor RPM. Okay. So, this is the use of the feedback system in the CNC working. So, there are two control loops, one is open loop control and the other one is the closed loop control. Let us see what is that open loop control. So, in open loop control, there will not be any feedback signal for error correction, just there will be a input and the input may go for a stepping motor. Process is taking place by changing the gear. Once the gear change, the lead screw movement will be there. So, according to the movement of the lead screw, work table will be moving. So, this is the open loop control system, but we are not using it in the CNC because the slide may get overshoot or may not reach the desired position as we expect. So, there may be some reasons because of inertia or because of wear and tear or because of friction also. Hence, we may get a inaccurate machining in the open loop system. So, that is the reason we are not going for the open loop system, but in a closed loop system we have a feedback signal, we have a position sensor which achieves the position of the axis, and because of this we get a high accuracy and high repeatability in the CNC. So, what are the types of machines we have? Lathe machines, milling machines, grinding machines. These three are the familiar machines in industry. And CNC lathe machine, it is mainly used for turning and boring wood, metal, plastic. So, this is a small CNC machine picture. We will be seeing a brief about the CNC turning center in a separate video in future. So, now let us go on for the next slide. So, milling machine, we have 3 axis to 5 axis CNC milling machines are available. Generally, defense industries are using the 5 axis milling machines and it is used mainly for 3D prototypes, mold cutting dies, printing plates and signs, etc. And CNC grinding machines are there like surface grinding, cylindrical grinding, tool and cutter grinders. So, tool and cutter, all the tool manufacturers may have this grinding machines with the CNC profile grinders. So, what are the other machines which is embedded with this CNC technology? As I told, CNC is a technology which can be fitted with any machines. So, let us see, we have the drilling machines, horizontal and vertical boring machines is there, jig boring is there, plano millers are there, and we have a coordinate measuring machine. Coordinate measuring machine is not a production machine, is an inspection machine. Once a component is produced, it is taken for the accuracy checking or accuracy inspection in the metrology lab. So, you can see a coordinate measuring machine which is embedded with the CNC. So, we call it as CNC CMM, and we have welding machine, assembly, PCB drilling machines, pipe bending machines, then CNC wood cutting is there and CNC jewelry design is also there. So, these are all the other machines which is having the water technology. Some more machines are there like laser cutting machines, water wash machines also are available. So, let us see the grouping of advantages. As I told, we have a high repeatability in the CNC machine and high precision, especially when we use the aircraft parts, we need a high repeatability. So, what is meant by repeatability? You know, the same prototype accuracy should be maintained for the production of the nth part of nth component. So that is called repeatability, and mass production is very high because of the programming method, and complex contours and surfaces has to be like any machines, turbines or major components like propellers and all. If you want to surface it or if you want to machine it, then we go for the CNC machine. With flexibility in job changing, that is, once the job is completed and it is replaced by a fresh component, it no need for the work offset, because already CNC the work offset settings are made initial phase and it is been recorded in the machine. So once if you give in the program, automatically the machine, I mean the controller will pick up from the program and the machining starts, and it is more safer because of the safety features in the CNC machine, and less paperwork, and it gives a very faster prototype productions are there. And if you see the disadvantage, there are only 3 disadvantages, but mainly it is a big huge disadvantage. One is the costly setup, because the CNC machines are involved with many electronic items, electrical items, and many more automation segments are there. So that is the reason the cost of the machine is very high. Maybe the minimum, if you see a Indian CNC manufacturer machine, it starts from 15 lakh onwards, okay, without a simple machine with no add-on facilities. And minimum computer knowledge, programming knowledge is required for the operator, because he need to check for the program, or he need to execute the program, he need to select the program. So many options are there, so he need to know about minimum knowledge of the computer operation. And one more is maintenance cost. Maintenance cost is very high because it involves all the major controllers, okay, drive systems are there, then we have hydraulic systems are there, pneumatic systems are there. So many systems and so many like we have complications. That is the thing, the maintenance cost is very high, okay. So these are all the advantages and disadvantages of the CNC machine we have seen. So later in the next video we will see the briefing part of each element, like mechanical, electrical, electronic separately, ball screw, like that many more videos are going to come, students. So please, if you like, keep a like button and share this to your friends so that they will be benefited, and don't forget to subscribe so that you will get all the videos whenever I am dropping in. You will get all the videos and get benefited. Thank you.